I want to introduce to you guys Aaron, number 24 from Dogefellas. If you could tell me a little bit about yourself, when you got into crypto, when you got into Wax, and when you got into your project Dogefellas, and how you came up with it too, and kind of your role now. So kind of just a general overview of you and crypto and your project.
Yeah, you bet. I have actually been in crypto for a long time. I started in crypto in, I think it was 2013. And I used to buy GPUs off Craigslist and build like BTC. Actually, they used to be Dogecoin miners in milk crates and resell them. So that's the beginning of my journey in crypto. It's been a long one, and I've been through, this is potentially the third bear market I think that I've seen. And I've been trading and mining and doing all sorts of things for close to 10 years I guess now.
Wow.
And
all right.
and then I got into NFTs a year and a bit ago, when they first started to pop off. I minted a few on ETH, and then my dad hand draws like pencil cartoons that he's got this really weird offbeat kind of dark sense of humor. So I minted a bunch of those for him on Wax, and that was kind of the beginning of my journey. Really what cemented me coming to Wax was Farmers World. I got into Farmers World in like September, October last year. So right at the beginning of it. And we started building Dogefellas like June, I think it was June of last year. And at that point in time, I was kind of hanging around in the shitcoin scene, hanging out in the sewers. And we started to build Dogefellas, and it was originally going to be a BSC shitcoin. And then we once our original artists, we had about 6 or 8 people that were kind of had come together and started like spitballing these ideas and coming up with the theme and the feel of it. And as soon as we had it built up, the conversation became, well, this isn't something that should be a short cycle token. Like the feel and the vibe of it was just, we realized it had so much more potential, we thought, than just something that is a one and done. Like maybe it lasted a couple of days, maybe it lasted a week. And after that, we really started fleshing it out and realized that this was the opportunity to build a game that I've always wanted to build and always wanted to play. Like, I've been a gamer for my whole life. I grew up with a Commodore 64 and a Nintendo, right? And I've always wanted to be able to build a game. And so those conversations started to happen. It's like, okay, well, let's like, the feel of it is really cool. Let's flesh that out and make it something bigger and make it more exciting and really breathe some life into it. So then some of the other people that weren't so interested in that fell away. The original artist fell away, and Chris, who is Skag Vegas, and myself really kind of wound up being the only 2 left. And then we hired Attila, who's our dev. He initially was going to come on as our marketing guy, and then when we made the decision to move to Wax, the dev who we were kind of working with was like, I don't want to learn another whole language, and I don't have time or energy for that. And I mean, to be fair, he wasn't really delivering on anything that he was promising anyways. So he fell away, and Attila was like, okay, well, I know React, I know some web dev, so I'm just gonna start learning. I'm gonna learn WebJS and React, and we'll go from there. And he did. He's a fucking monster. Oh,
awesome.
Sorry.
Oh, you're good. You're
good. Yeah, he's like, oh, we need to figure out how to do this thing. Okay, and then comes back to me like a day later. Is like, yeah, I figured it out. I'm working on it. It's crazy.
That's awesome. That's great to hear.
So, yeah, a big part of the decision to move to Wax, there was two big things. One of them was we realized what we were trying to do would require things like a high level functioning DEX and a really good marketplace, and those just don't exist on Binance. Over on Wax, we have Alcor, which is a fully functioning DEX that basically works as well as a centralized exchange. Yeah, he is. He is the droid we all want. It's a fully functioning DEX. It works really well, and at the time, Nefty hadn't really fleshed out, and NFT Hive wasn't around. But Atomic is so good. We realized that these are the tools that are going to allow us to do the things that we want. And then I had got involved in some of the Twitter spaces and some Discords, and started to meet the Wax fam, and realized that this was the community and the ecosystem that we wanted to be in.
That's
because
what
people
I'm
here
about. That's what I'm
yeah
let's take a quick breather. Shout outs to NFT Gamer TV who just rated. Thank you very much for choosing us. We love you guys. We're gonna have a collab with NFT Gamer TV coming up. Welcome raiders. You guys can already go ahead and join a Grubfish that's live right there. ! Play in your wallet. We have prizes from all these things down there below me. But right now we're in an interview section. We're talking here with the founder of Dogefellas, who just telling us how he got into crypto and into Wax, and telling us why they came up with Wax as the thing to go put their stuff on. So carry forward. Yeah. Thank you guys. Thanks for all the follows.
Yeah, I mean, I jumped into the Bread and Kuma's space in the evening, and got involved with Schnazzy. I mod in Schnazzy's community, the Schnazzy e-girls, and like met some people and started to interact with the community, and realized that the mentality on Wax is so different. People are used to projects developing and getting involved in the roadmap, and not like things need to be super fast, like let's go. And if things aren't delivered in a week or a day, people on Binance BSC lots of times started to freak out, and you realize that for the scope of project that we're going to try and deliver, that we need patience, and we need community that cares and is going to get involved in. Mm-hmm. And that's what we found on Wax. We started to get involved in the Wax fam and never looked back.
Yeah, I love to hear that. Never looked back. Yeah, and I've heard it before. You know, I'm fairly new to, comparatively to crypto, and I kind of jumped into Wax without, as far as NFTs go, I wasn't into too many others. But that's what I hear from others that come from ETH or Solana or Polygon, and they're like, well, one huge different, because a lot of them have different strengths too, like as far as the eco-friendly and stuff, like Solana and them are doing good stuff too. But a lot of people, creators, are saying that about the community. It's so much different. The Wax fam is really supportive of each other, and both the creators, here we are collabing together. We don't see each other as competitors. We see each other as growing together to help Wax.
Hell yeah.
And then same thing with the users. All the community, they're here to help different collections. They're here to learn. They're here at this AMA to learn about other collections and see what they're about. And it's all about mixing audiences. And that's something. I mean, I've said that plenty of times too. But now that you say it too, it's like, yeah, that's not really something you get from ETH, where it's all about ROI. Here it's community, and it's gaming and utility focused. So we're gonna dive into your project, and you'll explain to us why it's not just some art. You know, it's not just art to flip. It's, you actually have things going on. You have a token with use, and like you just said just a minute ago, it's not something that's just up and down in a week or a month. You're looking for something for the long run. So I agree. Yeah. Wax is the place to do it. That's great.
It is, and for what we're doing, the gasless, like, no fees for our users is something that was really important to us as well. Because I mean, even on Binance and on Matic, where, you know, you're still paying gas fees, even if they're small. We talked about that, and we're like, I really don't want, like, if people want to trade, you've got the trading mechanism built into Atomic Hub that's so good. You can do trade offers, like basically escrow trade offers that are secure as long as you don't get scammed. But that kind of stuff doesn't exist on Binance. It doesn't. And if you want to trade with someone on ETH, like, I don't want my users to pay $50 or $100.
Yeah, really.
Gas.
Yeah,
Like,
it's just not feasible. It's not
not good for a game.
And that's how we can do all these giveaways too. It's because we're able to afford them. I'm not gonna give away NFTs so much when I have to pay $50 to make the transaction. And likewise, the users aren't going to be buying them, like, because that's the rich man's game. Like, we can't do that. So here, this puts us on a level where it's like just straight up like gaming. Like, they're just gaming elements, and the money factor obviously is not free, but it's like it's so low to where it's not a barrier, and that's
very
amazing.
manageable. Yeah. And I think that really helps contribute to the like family wax fan feeling, or I guess like the ability for everybody to collaborate, is because users don't need to choose. They can they don't need to choose, because they're not spending so much money on transaction fees. They can spend $10 here and $10 there and $10 there and $10 there, or whatever, right? They can spread their money around. And the way that I look at it, especially here, is the rising tide really does lift all boats. And if my project is really successful and people are doing great and they're making money, then that's going to flow into other projects. And like when Farmers World was pumping and people were making money, that money was flowing into Million on Mars and Waxel and all sorts of other things. Like it spills over.
It's an
and
ecosystem. Downtown Detail, I was talking about like just Ethereum NFTs. Like, it's a rich man's game because it literally costs $50 to $100 just to do a transaction of any kind, like to buy an NFT, to transfer one, whatever it is. So I can't transfer all these giveaways to everybody and pay $50 a person. We can't do that. So that's what I mean by rich man's game.
Yeah. You my ETH story is I got involved in a project called Rug Radio, and they're a decentralized media platform. It's really cool. And I think it's going to be really awesome. But the initial like member pass, I think, was free, so it cost me $200, and then
another pause for MJ Doja. What's up, Raiders? You guys are awesome. Thanks, MJ Doja.
Oh yeah.
Thanks for the raid. Welcome, Raiders. We do have a Grubfish up. We're about 5 minutes out from doing that one. So ! Play in your wallet to get in that bad boy. And in the meantime, we're talking to our founder, Dogefellas. So far, we've only been talking about like an intro, so we haven't gotten into the project yet. So that's gonna be still really interesting.
Yeah, we're just shooting the shit.
Yeah.
So the rug that I bought, the like Genesis NFT, was 0.1 ETH, so it cost me $600, and we just don't have that on Wax. You can like, I paid $300 in gas on that transaction, which is mental.
Yeah, for anybody that's not just already any kind of, any regular Joe like us, it just puts us out of the equation. Like, it's out of the question. Of course not. Of course we're not going to be able to do the things we do here on Wax whenever there's those types of fees involved.
Yeah, you gotta pick and choose, but here we can get involved in everything. All right. And it's awesome. And because I think, definitely because it doesn't have that stress and that pressure of decisions, we can be involved in everything. And like,
that's a good point.
I helped Waxel beta test their game, and I play like 6 or 8 different games and collab with different projects because I want to support the community. I mean, that's right.
No, that's a good point in the choosing. Like, I haven't heard it phrased that way. Whenever you have such high prices, it's like, and you're also going to deal with it, like you already made that commitment. You have to choose where you're going to put your money, because you can't pick and choose a whole bunch of different things because it's too costly. So you have to be like, this is the one that I really is the best of the best. So this is the one I want. Yeah. Where here it's like, well, no, it's super cheap. It's just like a game, like any kind of normal game where you have in-game assets, but now you're able to own them and transfer them. And you can just try out all these different things and get free stuff. And anyway, that's all the same.
And because of that, we can focus on building games. that are fun to play, and that's our whole mentality. Like that's really what's in our hearts and in our minds, is we want to build a game that people play because they want to play the game, because it's fun, not because it's
that's
a financial product.
That's what I like to hear from the Wax games. So with that, we have a couple minutes and we're gonna do a Grubfish. But why don't you just give me a screen share here? I'm gonna pop you on there, and just give me a really quick, brief overview of what Dogefellas is without any deep details, because we'll do that after the Grubfish. But what's the very general idea and kind of the direction of where it's gonna go?
Yeah, you bet. So what you're saying is don't get carried away. Don't get into the. I'll try.
Overview mode, and we'll still dive in here in a little bit.
Dogefellas is a social espionage play-to-earn game built on Wax, set in an alternate 1920s New York City, populated by anthropomorphic Doge characters, as well as a bunch of other races, or I don't know, animal types. We just did a dino with the Sneak from Pixelated Park. And we've got a really big roadmap. The game rolls out on the 31st of this month, and we're starting at the base level. It's going to be, we have a clicker. Right now, staking is live. So if you have Founders Coins or Founders Badges or any of the collab characters, as well as some off-collection staking for people that we've done collabs with, I can show you. You can stake those now and earn some tokens. So we've done collabs with Kumas and Schnazzy, as well as here's the dino that is in the Pixelated Park drop that's up right now.
Awesome.
And here's the card. So right now, staking is live. Next step, on the 31st, we're doing our Genesis character drop, and we're launching what's called Shakedown. It's a risk-based click and collect. So your character will have stats like this that will affect your chance of success. You'll get to choose different tiers of risk, which have different tiers of payout. And then after that, our roadmap is crazy. But I think it's broken down really manageably.
No, it is. I skimmed through it, and I got a good gist of a number of things, which I do want to dive into. So, all right. So that's a quick overview. So you got a game coming on the 31st. Your first of numerous things upcoming. And you're able to stake your NFTs there already. So the ones that you win today, as well as the puzzle game, we have those Founders Coin and the Founders Badges. So if you win those, you can stake them. You can already buy them on the market. Do you have drops as well that can be bought?
We do.
There you go.
They're live on NFT Blocks.
NFT Blocks. There's your link in the chat.
Actually, what you can do, because you guys can see my screen, if you click the market area.
You could do it right in the website.
Yes, you can.
That's what's up.
Hell yeah. You can access drops. And there is a way. Yeah, there you go. If you scroll down further, you can access the marketplace as well. Okay, so they're on NFT Blocks Atomica, but you're right there in the Dogefellas website. You can check out everything there as well on their interface and interact in the same way. So that's cool. We'll dive right into what all these things mean, and your token, and also the upcoming other games you have coming up. It's really a world building thing, like because it's multiple games, and there's some lore involved and characters, and whenever you get to that, and we'll talk about it, but whenever you get to the kind of the game that's coming later, it'll be a metaverse, and you're going to be interacting with other people that have the characters as well, and then there's different things to do, espionage. That's when the real game begins. I'm so excited for it.
Yeah,
I'm so excited for it.
It's very interesting.
Yeah. And we've got a PvP function that we're alpha testing right now that is still kind of a secret, which I will reveal after the Grubfish.
Awesome. All right, there you go. You got a little overview there. The prizes for this game, we just have one Founders Badge that'll go to first place. And then 20th place, I'll give you a shrimp. So first place gets a founder's badge. 20th place gets a shrimp. And let's look at what that badge looks like while you guys join. Last call to get on the Grubfish. Exclamation mark play in your wallet if you haven't already done it. So here we have a founder's badge. Boom. Boom. And that thing will stake into the website. What is there anything else that can be used? Maybe a future utility for it other than staking?
Yep. So right now you can stake those, and then as soon as our Genesis character drop goes live, you'll redeem those for this. Yeah, me too. It makes me laugh every time. Infinity. You'll redeem those for a Genesis character, and the founders badges will give you a common, uncommon, or rare draw.
Okay, awesome. I'm gonna open up a monster. All right, there you go. So first place will get that. There's also the puzzle game, of course. Now that doesn't end until next week, a week from today, but that game will have three of these and the founder's coin. I assume the founder's coin is even better, right? It's going to do better
Founder's
for
coin
you?
is even better. Yeah,
Cool.
Absolutely. That will be a long-term hold item. We'll give you an allocation of tokens when we list those with liquidity. It'll give you automatic airdrops at all of our major pack drops. So Genesis character drops, equipment pack drops, consumables, and then future character, like major character drops and stuff like that. So they are, they're a really good like long-term hold item, and those are basically our Kickstarter, right?
Yeah,
so
okay.
we really wanted to pack those with value for people who are here at the beginning to support us.
Pack them with
right from
value.
the beginning. Hell yeah.
Awesome. So yeah, so you can the one winner will get a coin on the puzzle game. Three winners will get a badge on the puzzle game. And then here at this Grubfish, first place will get a badge. And you can buy them too. So if you find value in these, you can buy them through the drops. I don't know if it's a West Virginia accent. I don't know. I just started saying shrimp. And I guess I'm going to continue. But
I'm not going to lie. It reminds me of Forrest Gump every time, and it makes me laugh. I love it.
shrimp. Yeah, shrimp salad,
Yep.
shrimp soup. Yeah.
Popcorn shrimp.
Right on, right on. All right, so here's your grub. Here's your grub. The link thing in the end. What's funny is my West Virginia accent is adapted since I was 8 years old and up. So before that, I spoke Hebrew because I was actually born in Israel, and I learned English at 7 to 8 years old. And just growing up in West Virginia, I lost all the Hebrew. All right, here we go, y'all. Last call to get in this bad boy. Last call to get in this bad boy. Turn our mugs off. Let's turn our mugs off. And there you go. There you go. Good luck. Good luck. Yeah, Nasty's in there offering some trades for our project. Which we do have the Discord channel for. So if anybody's trying to get cards and work up your way to the hybrid, because our season 3 ends in just a few weeks. There you go. Get in the Discord, see if you can trade them up. Start maybe picking up some cheap ones from the market, whatever it takes, and we'll get in that race. So here after this Grubfish, we're gonna go right back into the project, into the white paper. I want Aaron to explain to us more clearly, diving into first the game that's upcoming on the 31st, so that's really soon, and then onward from there we'll be talking about his token, how that came about and uses for it, and then the other games coming out. We'll dive into all of it. So if you have any questions, hit us with the questions, and we will cover them. You can either put questions in the chat, or better yet, if you hit up exclamation and Q, there it is. There's a form, and you can put them into the form. What's up, NFT Andy? What up, bro? What up, bro?
How you doing, buddy? Nice to see you.
Yeah, we're over here with Aaron from Dogefellas today, who I met up with from your stream. So there you go.
Yeah, I see. That's what I love. Is
Same thing with Warsaken. I started talking with Warsaken because of that weekend long stream where we all sponsored him. So that's awesome.
Yeah, I've crossed paths with Warsaken a couple times. It's so lovely.
All right, congratulations to Mike 120. What up, though?
GG.
What up, though, Mike 120? You got yourself a founder's badge from Dogefellas. And then number 20, Barit. You got yourself a shrimp. Shrimp. There you go. Now, all of the prizes will be sent out afterward by tomorrow. I don't do them on stream. We're going to move right on. We're going to move right on forward. You can join again. Play in your wallet. Play in your wallet. And we will hit that in about 15 minutes, all right? We will hit that in about 15 minutes. Because right now, and I'm just going to minimize it, but it's open, so keep on joining. We'll have another founder's badge here in 15. All right?
Get in.
So let's pick up right where you left off. Let's talk about the game that's coming up, the clicker version. What do you need for it? What kinds of NFTs are you staking and all that good stuff? What are they doing for you? What's good? What's better than others? That kind of stuff. And the process of it.
The way you'll use your character NFTs, collab characters and Genesis characters. Your Genesis characters are going to have a slightly higher stat total than the collab characters, but later down the road, that's because the collab characters are going to have special abilities for the upcoming battle game. And to start, there's 4 stations. Actually, I can pull it from, where's the thing? Here. You'll have the bar, the barber, the boutique, and the restaurant, and you can see each one will read a different stat combination. Sorry, hold on. Absolutely. Jozo, send me a DM. We're not going to do any collabs until after the game launches, and I have a list of people ready for collabs. But
we're also all about collabs. We're the collab machine here, so every week we do collabs. So I've definitely heard of, or I watch an AMA with Skunky Chunk. So hey, we might have you at some point too if you want to hit us up. Your screen share is just a little blurry, but that's because of the way I have it imported, and that's fine. But just kind of, just make sure you're like reading different things. Yeah, no, that's good. Like that Zoom worked. I can read that. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, I mean that's basically it. It's just the different stations are going to read your the stats from your NFT. So if we head back here, you can see. Oh, I can't do it on this one. You can see here that each character has a different stat array, so they'll have a primary and a secondary stat, and those combinations are going to affect your chance of success. So the easiest here is an 80% chance of success. Then it's going to read the two stat combo based on which station you're playing against, and add that bonus to your stats. So if you want to, for now, basically you're going to use your best character against the best station, and then as things progress, coming soon is we're going to do a consumable crafting minigame. We're releasing equipment NFTs, and then after that we're building like a JRPG, say Final Fantasy or Pokemon style battle game. That's going to require you to have a team of 3 NFTs, and you'll have a bunch of different actions like you would in Final Fantasy, and you'll battle your stations instead of just clicking and collecting.
Awesome.
And at that point, what I'm really excited about is that's where we can really get the collabs fired up. And the way that we're going to do that is having each week we'll have a new collab raid boss where you can see each character has a family, and the scores. Sorry, hold on. The scores for each family will get totaled, and at the end of the week, the winning family is going to get an allocation of the collab characters, and then the next week those will be purchasable in-game characters with special abilities. So I'm really excited for this. This is the first big step of really getting everybody in, getting lots of people involved, and you'll get some family competitions and stuff like that. And then what's coming out at the time of shakedown, or shortly after, depending on our beta testing and balancing, is we're calling it 5 families. So everybody will equip a character in a slot, and it'll read their family and allocate them to a family, and then each day everyone will have one action. They'll have an attack or defend action against the other families. So people are going to need to coordinate within their families on what actions they want to take against the other families, to try and be the most effective and beat the other families down. And
some strategy.
Yeah, that's the one. So at the end of each week, the leaderboard's going to get reset, and the winning family will get bonuses to their claims for the next week. Hold on. I don't actually. Sorry, I'm just going to respond to down detail.
Go for it.
I'm actually that was originally released for the to whitelist for purchasing the founder's coin at the beginning of the drop. I don't actually think they have any utility at this point in time, but I'm going to reach out to my dev and get him to enable staking on that. So put it in your pocket for a day or two, and we should have it stakeable. There you go. Basically right away.
Yeah, and Infinity, yeah, and we're still got a ways to go here to talk about this, but the white paper does line up everything that you got going, in a fairly easy way to read too. It's not a big long thing, so it kind of summarizes things really well. So that's cool. So you're in families. Are you choosing these families, or is that based on the NFTs that you're getting?
That will be based on your NFTs.
Okay, gotcha.
So the 5 families are Scamorza, Margarita, Gorgonzola, Belpasse, and something else. Oh man, I can't remember. Margarita, Belpasse, Gorgonzola, Scamorza, and no, I can't pull it out of my brain. Hold on. Where is it? Yeah, it's gone. I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's all right.
I don't know. Yeah, I can't remember.
Well, there's a really quick scroll of the white paper. So, yeah, highlights all your little different sections.
Oh my god. Yeah, I can't remember. Oh, I'm so embarrassed.
So you got the staking game on the 31st. Can you list off some of the other ones? Do you have dates for the metaverse thing, or is that like more future? Future.
It's the way it's gonna look is Shakedown will come out, and where's this thing? No. So Shakedown will come out at the end of the month. We'll introduce the crafting minigame and equipment and that kind of stuff. Dogefellas Standoff will be the battle style game. After that, we will be working on kind of our first versions of the 3D world. Mm-hmm. And then it'll likely be a small scale city block where you'll get to buy an apartment or some commercial space, and build furniture and decorate your house kind of in like an Animal Style Crossing game. So you can build out your apartment and flex your NFTs and flex your style. Nice. And then assault other people's apartments. And the plan is to have the lowest floor of every apartment be a commercial space. So people will be able to use that space if they want to, if they're really good at crafting and want to set up a store where they sell their consumable NFTs or equipment, or if they want to have a coffee shop and hold speakeasies or events or that kind of stuff. They'll be able to use that space in a flexible way. And then after that, the big game that I'm really excited for will be kind of a metaverse style where we'll have a full city, and the goal is to try and model it after New York. A full city. In the daytime, people will be able to move around, interact with people, trade, do their daily quests, assault other people's houses, and then when the sun sets, the PvP and social espionage game will start. So that'll move into kind of a cross between Among Us and Metal Gear style gameplay, where no one's going to know anybody else's family association, and you're going to have to try and complete your quests, and then also use spy actions to identify other people's family associations. And then if they're not in your family, you fight them. If they are in your family, you're going to want to team up with them and move as a pack. You're going to want to identify who's the traitor in your family, and who's the Don, and protect the people and eliminate the rat. So that's going to be like a timed cycle game that people can opt into if they want.
Cool. That's really cool. You got so it's a metaverse. You can deck your apartment however you want and have friends over, do whatever. You guys know metaverse at this point, and you're interacting with other people. And then during the day, you're doing that, but then during the night it switches, and you're into more mafia mode, and you're espionaging, and it's like a kind of an Among Us thing where you don't know. Like you just said, you don't know the family of the others, and you got to figure that part out. And intriguing. It's a good word. Somebody said it's intriguing.
I like it, and I understand that is an enormous undertaking, and that's why our roadmap is built the way that it is. Each step is we can produce some content for the community to be excited about, some new experiences for the players, and then those at each of those points, it gives us the opportunity to expand our team, scale up the infrastructure, and build that next step. I always ask people. Sorry, go ahead.
You work off the community too and their feedback. So as you're growing, you're taking all that into account, like most of the good creators. And so you have a vision, but at the same time, it can be shaped by the community as it's growing.
Yeah, absolutely. I know that I don't. We know that we don't know everything. We know we have tons to learn, and the crypto space is going to change as we build our project and evolve. So we're listening. When people come to me with a suggestion, it always comes under advisement. And if there is a reason we can't execute it, I can normally say, oh, we can't do that for this reason, or that's a rad idea, let's do that, and it gets integrated. Because we want to build the best thing that we can, and we want everybody to have a rad time, and the way that we're going to do that is getting everybody in.
That's what's up. So tell me a little bit more about this second game. So basically you have the first game coming out on the 31st, which is a staking clicker. Then you have another game, the standoff one, and then later you have the metaverse thing. So it's three types of platforms we're looking at. Is that right?
That's correct.
So what's the standoff one like? If it's not, is it like a step above the staking? So you're moving characters around and stuff, or how's that work?
So Shakedown will. I hold on. Shakedown will utilize your characters inside the game, and the three standoff, which is the battle game, also will use characters that are staked. So you stake them into the game, and then they're available inside the ecosystem.
Okay.
Did that answer the question that you asked?
Sure. So it's kind of like staking too, but I guess different things are happening in the standoff.
Yeah.
So okay. So you're gonna be able to see like the characters, because I see them in that picture. They're kind of like standing off there. So
Yeah.
and you said it's a battle, so you're gonna see them battle based on the attributes of the NFT. So it's not actually active.
No, it'll be a turn-based battle.
Oh, turn-based battle. Okay.
Yeah.
So okay, kind of similar to the PvP of like the card games you see. All right. Yeah. And that will be.
It'll play more like a Final Fantasy or a Pokemon.
Got okay. While the first one, the one coming out soon, is more. It's not PvP. It's gonna be just what does that give you again?
Okay.
Sorry, I'm a little new, but
it's all good. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on, and we literally like 2.5 to 3 weeks ago, my dev came to me and was like, I have this plan for this PvP game that we've kind of been talking about. I laid it all out. He sent me this like 3-page basically white paper, and he was like, this is gonna be fucking rad, let's do it. He's like, I have everything planned in my brain, let's go. And I was like, yeah. I read it, was like, holy crap, this is awesome. So Shakedown will be the first offering. That's the simple, it's a fairly simple, straightforward click and collect, where you use your NFTs, there's an energy meter, and you click and collect tokens.
Gotcha.
And you either win or lose.
Gotcha.
With that, the PvP game that's coming out is going to be called 5 Families, and that will be the interfamily PvP where people have to coordinate and they get the one action to attack or defend.
Okay. Cool. So you're earning tokens.
That's correct.
Which obviously are tradable, and that's cool. What kind of uses for the tokens do you have planned, either now or future?
At the beginning, you can see right now, you have Mob and Fellas are the two token names. And if you think about it like you would in a mobile game, where Mob is your in-game currency, that's going to be used at the beginning to head to the vet and recover your energy. And then in the future, that'll be used for all of your crafting inside of the game. And Fellas is the one, we're going to list that one with liquidity on Alcor, so that'll be your outside trading token, and that'll be used for minting your NFTs for character draws, and things like that. And we will have pack drops purchasable in Fellas as well.
Okay. Oh, okay, great.
Yeah, so you won't have to trade them to Wax to be able to purchase, and we can actually do that through the integrated marketplace powered by Nifty Blocks as well.
Awesome. So you can use the tokens in game. You can use the tokens to buy drops. You're earning the tokens through these games. The first game will be a staking clicker like this, where you're just collecting or staking and collecting. The other one will be a PvP where you're versing another person with the NFTs. And all these NFTs, all these the characters, they're actual NFTs that you're getting. You're buying them. Are you buying packs, or can you buy just the characters? Like you choose what character, or are they only through packs?
They'll be only through packs.
Okay.
And when we do the Genesis character drop, we're also going to release blending so that you can, if you have a common card, if you have 3 common cards, you can blend them up and get an uncommon or better. So there's always
so you can blend. Okay, great. So yeah, you buy in packs. It's kind of, as far as that goes, it's similar to what we're doing and some others. You're buying packs. You're able to blend low rarities into high rarities, and that's how you're getting them. Or you can just grab them from the market, from others.
Yep.
And then working your way to a metaverse game eventually, hopefully not in the distant future, as soon as you're capable of doing it. And that'll be the really, really fun. That's when it really starts happening. We'll be able to hang out inside their Dogefellas metaverse in the 1920s alternate reality New York, where during the daytime you can kind of just interact with other people and trade and whatever else. And then in the nighttime, you're going to play some espionage games and try to kill each other or protect each other, depending on the family you're in. So there's a quick rundown.
Is the technical term.
Whack, right? Yeah. Whack. All right, that's great. If there's any questions, I had this question, but maybe we can hit that after the grub. So we're gonna do another grub fish really soon now. So you go ahead and hit that if you haven't. 59 people in here. Go ahead, exclamation play in your wallet. Demi Berlin said you tried the puzzle 4 times, can't get below 50. Hey, no problem. No problem. That's actually not bad. The average score, like on the final leaderboards, usually after all, and a lot of people use all 10 attempts, the average score is around 45. So you're just really above average. And for somebody new, that's pretty good because you can definitely get better with practice. And if you use all 10 attempts, you can also helps you get that score. We do have that collab puzzle game with Dogefellas. It ends 1 week from today. Also, the previous one, Morbs, is ending today, so you can still get in that guy. And then we also have the password of Mafia for a bonus game. There it is in the chat. And you would put in the password Mafia into the app menu, private game entry, and you can get a sketch card pack from us. So we're going to do another grub fish, and then we will have a casual Q&A afterward. So if anyone has any questions left for Aaron here, you can hit them into the forum or into the chat, and we'll try to pick them up. And then after that, we'll sign him off, and we will continue with 3 more grubfish games. And we got prizes down here from these awesome projects down below. So that's what's up. All right. So for this one, it'll be the same as the last one. First place gets a founder's badge. This one right here. This cool looking founder's badge. Oh, so you're able to stake your NFTs into the game there. Are you able to stake other collection NFTs? Or
yes. So as we've been doing collabs, we've been allowing off collection staking, and I haven't had time in the last couple of days, but we will look at your collection and pull some in as well.
Oh, you hear that? Well, so obviously you can still consider that. You don't have to give me a final, but if that goes through and it happens, you'll be able to stake our collection's NFTs into the Dogefellas, and that would actually be our first staking of all. So that's really awesome. But aside from us, do you have other collab collections? So do you already have any that are doing that already? You said Crypto Kumas was one.
Yeah, we've got Kumas in. We have basically everything from Schnazzy except the actual PFPs. Because we read by template, she built her PFP collection with 10,000 different templates. So we're trying to figure out a way.
Well, we won't have. Well, we're far from 10,000 templates, and also it doesn't mean all of our NFTs can stake too. We can pick like our base cards, or we'll figure that out if it comes to that. You guys can keep talking about it, of course. And that would just be really, really awesome for us in our community. We would love it, and definitely would be stake. You'd be able to stake some tokens there, and we might have other announcements too for during the rest of the year. We're still trying to be able to stake in other places, so we'll just keep it up in the air and we'll see. Do you have any other collab? Crypto Kumas, do you have other ones already, or other ones that are being considered?
Kumas and Schnazzy are in. We're working on the pixelated part collection right now because we did the collab with him, and then you guys will probably be next. All right. And it takes a little bit of time because we've got to go through all the templates and pick the ones that make sense to stake. We actually did a collab with Crypto Swatches, but you have to do some stuff on the back end, and I've been hounding him to get it done. So that actually hasn't been enabled. But as soon as he gets back, we will. Okay. As soon as he gets back to us, we'll do that as well.
Okay. Well, that's awesome to hear. I love it. Obviously, take your time. It's whenever it gets set up, we'll announce it all and that good stuff. And also, I'd be happy to talk to help plan that, because I also agree not all of our templates should be staking, so we can decide what would be the good ones to stake. Because we also have a blending collection, so it's like if you have these lower ones and they don't stake, you can work towards blending them up to the ones that do. So that's part of the game too, you know, no problem. All right, so first place will get this founder's badge. Of course, you can stake that, and it's going to give you some utility in the future for Dogefellas. And then number 20th, we'll get a shrimp. Number 20th, get a shrimp. There you go. They're going to get a shrimp. Number 20th. First place will get the founder's badge. Then after that, after this grub, we'll do a casual Q&A. And after that part, we'll have 3 more grubfish. One, and it'll be similar to how we started the stream. So one of them will be with White Dragon. The other will have some Monsudas, some online in. And the last one will have sketch cards from our collection. So there you go.
I'll be right back while this runs.
Yeah. Go ahead, take a break. I'm actually gonna take a quick break myself too. So it's just you guys and the grubs for this moment. We got a dog that keeps barking. Have you been hearing? Oh, Ozboy. I guess my roommates are out of the house and Ozzy's going wild over there. All right. Here we go. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. Good luck. I will be right back as well. So no commentating on this one. Good luck on the prizes. Here we go. All right. Congratulations to Shaileneknai. I guess that's how we're pronouncing that one today. Shalenai. Congrats, you got yourself a founder's badge from Dogefellas, which is already able to stake. Boom. A boom. And then also congratulations to Randman. You got a shrimp. You get it back. Randman gets a shrimp back. He's the one that donated them to us. If you want to donate right back, you can. But you did win that one, so there you go. There you go. All right, so let's play again. You can go ahead and join. And I got a couple questions, but aside from that, anybody else that has questions about what we talked about, which kind of just for the most part grazed it, but I think we also kind of explained or reiterated parts of it. So if there's any questions about it, The metaverse, we kind of just grazed it. I mean, you definitely explained how it works, but I'm just still kind of intrigued on what all you can do. Can you maybe explain a little more detail about the ideas of what can be done in the metaverse? You said you can decorate your apartment. Like what kind of customization is there? What kind of things you'll be able to interact with people, and then during the night, like maybe a little more. What does that really mean? Is it all lined out, or is there some that's up in the air? That kind of talk. I want to talk about the metaverse.
The answer is a lot of it is up in the air.
Okay.
I know that it's a handful of months away. I mean, that's probably 5 to 6 months away at the very least. And we're gonna see how things shake out and build it the best that we can. Like I said, the idea is we definitely want to build it in Unreal 5 so it looks rad. We want to model it after New York City, and the goal is, I don't know if you ever played an old game like it was called Ragnarok Online.
No, I'm not too much of a video gamer, but some people might have here.
Or like, I guess like WoW or whatever, where everyone's around in the city and you get to cruise around. There's going to be a handful of daily quests for everyone to do, and earn some tokens, and then interact with your apartment. My wife, I saw someone also say the same thing. My wife loves Animal Crossing, so I want to get a mechanic like that where we have a crafting station that you can eventually, you'll earn different tokens from different stations. You use those for crafting, for building your consumables, for building your equipment, for building your furniture, and those will affect how, I don't know, durable or the stats/defense that your apartment has. And Shakedown you won't just shake down other businesses. You'll be able to have you'll be able to fuck with other people, and so that'll continue that the espionage aspect where people are, kind of griefing other people, but not in a seriously detrimental way.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll want to build up your defense. You'll build up your defenses, but the goal isn't to have that be really detrimental to people.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, the other part of that will be, I want the ground floors to be like a mixed use space where people can figure out how they want to use that space, and people will buy either an entire apartment building and rent out the apartments, or buy one piece at a time. And yeah, I want the bottom floors to be able to be whatever you want it to be. Maybe it's an art gallery where you get to show off your NFTs,
Mm-hmm.
or a gathering spot where people come in, or maybe someone like maybe Abstract Dragon gets his hands on a commercial space and throws a party every Friday night.
Yeah,
it's a club,
and it's kind of customizable, right? Huh? So these commercial areas, you can kind of maybe you can make a gym or something, fill that thing full of weights or something.
Yeah, or
maybe it's whatever the people want to do with it. So it's a congregation area for the different people. All right.
And it's going to give the owners the ability to use it in a space that they want and potentially generate revenue in a way that they want as well. And then, the evening, the sun's going to go down. We'll create instanced PvP games where if it's the playstyle that you're interested in, you can get involved. If it's not what you're interested in, or maybe you don't have time, maybe the games take half an hour and you know that you don't have that time, you don't have to be involved in that if you don't want.
Mm-hmm.
So the goal is to have a bunch of different options for people. If people just want to play the battle game, if they just want to click and collect, if they want to really get involved and do building and crafting and all that kind of stuff, they can.
Yeah, I like that. If a lot of different options is good. There's different people have different time commitments and also interests. So some people like to build things, some people like to whack people. So gives you the option. That's cool.
Yeah, the goal is to be able to give lots of different players what they want. And the goal is always the lowest tier entry point is going to stay at $10. So people who don't have $50 or $100 or whatever can still get in and get involved. And also the goal is to build on release on the App Store and release on Google Play so that people can use their phone, because I know a lot of
making an app, an app in the app stores, huh?
That is the goal. We're gonna try and do that either before or at the time that the battle game comes out.
And then it would,
so
I assume it'd be mobile friendly, so you'd be able to just kind of do everything on the app.
It already is built in WebGL. We've built in Unity. It's built on WebGL, so you can do it. You can interact on your phone already. It doesn't require a PC. It works. I interact mainly on my phone, and it works really well.
Okay.
Because lots of people in non-first world countries have a PC. They don't have a laptop, or they don't have a desktop that they can access it. And we want everybody to be able to play, because the goal is to build a game that's going to be fun.
Yeah.
And get people involved and get people excited.
And accessible.
So
yeah, it's important.
Yeah.
So it's already mobile friendly. That's great. So an app would just be kind of just to solidify it and make it
the next extension of that. Yeah, absolutely.
And then it has some marketing involved. If you're in the app stores, you can maybe draw in some people, because there's not too many Wax projects that have a mobile app that's in the app stores. I mean, we're one, but like I was told by other creators, like we're one of the few. So it'd be great. It'd be great to have more apps in there. And the app stores, they can, depending on what you're doing, they can be anal with their approval with crypto stuff. So, but if it's a game, I mean, I'm sure that it'll pass. It just kind of depends on what you're doing in the app. They're definitely going to be more hardcore about approving if you're able to do transactions in app. But you figure that out when you make it. Sometimes we've been rejected before, and you just have to see why, and you have to like fix it and resubmit, and that's how it goes. So for our app, we actually don't do any transactions in app, so it's like full on just fine for the app stores, because all we do is capture the address, and then everything's done outside the app. So it's really just the only reason it's Wax based is because that's the content on there. So you're not actually logging in with Wax inside the app. That's one way to kind of avoid that trouble. I'm not saying that they wouldn't approve it if it was. I'm just saying that they're selective about crypto things because of all the scam type things that they're out there. So, but
which is totally understandable.
Absolutely. And then if you do get approved, that's just that much better. That means you got through the approval, especially Apple. Apple is more strict than Google. So if you do get an app in the App Store or Google Play, that does give you that recognition that you are in there, and maybe some more mainstream people find it too, and maybe on board to Wax. That's even better. That's really, really cool then.
Well, that's really the big goal. And I think when we get to that point, we'll keep it kind of separated, where if you want to play the game and have fun and have all your assets inside the game and never interact with the blockchain, you don't have to. Because in my opinion, I mean, the goal of all of us really is to continue to bring people into. So how would you and gaming?
If you wanted to play the game but you don't have NFTs, how would you be able to do that?
Well, we're building as much as we can to be handled by the Unity client inside the game.
So essentially you're holding and managing the NFTs for a user.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then when you want to take them out, like for right now, when you stake it, you send it to our Stakebox account, right? So we're holding those. And the way that the game is set up right now, it requires lots of interaction with the blockchain for RNG pulls and claims and that kind of stuff. But as the game gets a little bit bigger and a little bit more involved, less of that becomes necessary, and we can handle more stuff inside the client and less stuff on the blockchain. And that allows our users to have a much easier time with CPU in case the network gets super busy again.
Yeah. No, that's really great. That's really great to think about and to implement for what you just said, that it saves users things like CPU until they're ready to take them out, and then more importantly, the onboarding. I think it's great because people outside of crypto, they're kind of off put by it when they don't know much about it, and when it takes steps to get in, and you do kind of gotta know what you're doing a little bit without messing up. So I see other projects do, like Battle Miners, they're also focusing on that to do something similar to that, and I think it's great to let these outsiders get in and play without actually. They do own the NFTs, but it's an escrow. It's held by the project until you decide to make it your own. So basically, it's like an onboarding thing. Hey, I'm gonna get into the game. I'm gonna see what it's like. Ooh, I kind of like it. This is cool. Okay, now that I'm into it and I understand it more, now I'm gonna go ahead and pull my NFTs out. So you're allowing people to step in without that first step of the wallet and the NFTs, and that's great. That's especially if you're in the app stores. That's great for the ecosystem, because we do want to bring in more people, and that's also part of this ambassador. Like, that's part of my goal too, as a new ambassador, is we do want to spread the word to people outside crypto and tell them how easy it is. And then a lot of them in the gamer community, a lot of them are playing all these video games and different things, and they're like spending a lot of time on it, and sometimes money too, with microtransactions, and they don't even own the in-game assets, and they don't even realize this. They get all these things, and they're shiny and they're pretty, but they mean nothing. They don't make them any money. They don't understand that all it takes is a step into Web3, and they can literally own and monetize them. So that's what we're trying to do.
That's exactly it. And I think that's why, in my opinion, mobile gaming is the market that makes the most sense for us as NFT gamers to be reaching into, because people there are already conditioned to spend, to interact. Lots of people, like, I play a game called Questland, and honestly, a couple of people in my guild spend $100+ a week to get a new cosmetic and
or
some
skin or something.
equipment.
It's just in the game, and that's where it lives, and that's it.
Exactly, some premium currency that they're gonna burn through, and then spend another $100 next week just so that our guild is on the top of the leaderboard. So if we can reach to those people and make it an easy transition for them to come in, and then also be like, okay, but those things that you're spending money on now are assets that you own. And when you're done with them, if you don't need them, your equipment has progressed past that, or whatever, you can put them back on the marketplace. And
that's what's beautiful about it. You can monetize
money from it
whenever you're done with it, or whatever. You got better stuff and you don't want your old stuff anymore, give it to somebody that does. Not just give, but sell it to somebody that does. And it's and it just continues that ecosystem, and hey, now you got something out of it. Now use that wax for something else. Like, it's literally yours now. So of course we all know this, but this is our goal. There's a whole bunch. There's a huge untapped market of gamers. That all they need to do is be educated and understand this, and they might just pour in. So wax and crypto as a whole is still very, very tiny compared to the mainstream. So like, this is stuff that would really help all of us getting more people in here. For sure.
And we need games that are fun and will draw mobile players, because they are a game that they want to play, and we need that onboarding process to be easy and streamlined and not too much work. And right now, as much as I love Wax, the wallet creation and onboarding just still isn't great.
Especially where they have the fee. I know there's a few ways to get it for free, but the fact that you go to Wax and there's a paywall, that's like, and I get why it's there, but at the same time, all the newbies, they don't know where to get this Wax. They don't know how to get it. So they don't know how to activate that. Then they just go away. They don't even mess with it. And I understand that. I understand how that, coming from a person that's new to it, I understand why they wouldn't want to mess with it. They don't understand it. Oh, there's these steps. Oh, I need to go and create other accounts to get Wax to activate. This is just too much for them. So when us creators or whatever, community members too, friends, if you're able to help them get through those steps and actually show them how simple and easy it is once you have your wallet, that's where it's at. And then maybe they can find that benefit in it.
And that's exactly it. I know that people will. We're building a game that people are going to play because they want to play it, and that's the number one priority. And if someone wants to interact with the blockchain, we're going to try and make that as seamless a process as possible. And if people never want to, then that's okay. Yeah. I'm fine with that.
No, that's a good goal. That's how we would try to approach things. I'm all about anyone trying out our app, and we do have players that aren't into NFTs. Of course, our app was live for a couple of years before we got into WAX, so we still have some players that are playing from then just for fun. But hey, that's fine. Like, they're being educated about it. Maybe they'll step into it at some point, and that's all well and good. And we want to see that from other games, especially WAX, where it's so utility gaming focused. We like seeing a project that is a game that has that community and that ecosystem involved, not just flat out art. I mean, art is great too, especially if it's actual legit art, and that's great too. But when you're able to add utility on top, or a game, and have people getting into it beyond just the ROI, that's really where we want to be. So that's what's up. I got a question here. So it's what you were talking about earlier when we started, but is there somewhere where we can see the NFTs you made from your father's dark humor pencil art?
Yes.
And also, really, just any other NFTs. If you wanted to breeze through like anything, Atomic Hub, whatever, and show off some NFT art from Dogefellas or from anything, by all means, now's a good time.
Where is that? No, not this one. This was my first first venture into minting NFTs on WAX. I created a bunch of no farm, no food. I'm a chef by trade. So I wanted to create a bunch of NFTs to try and raise some money for the farmer food crisis in Punjab. But I didn't do a good job marketing, so those never went anywhere. And then in here, you can see...
Got a little tractor there.
Yep. There you go.
A little pencil art going on. Awesome. So you draw some pencil art, huh?
No, this is my dad drew this.
Oh, your dad drew it. Okay.
Yep. Oh, you can't see it on your screen. Can you pull the screen up a little bit? Because I can't move the thing down.
Yeah, I didn't even catch that.
Go. Yeah. There you go.
All right. Cool. you put your dad on the blockchain, eh? That's what's up.
Absolutely, I did.
That's what's up. All right. You got... I know why my lighting's weird, because some of the basement lights aren't on. It just flickered, and I just realized that's why. I usually have more lights. Any other art? Let's look through your Atomic Hub real quick. Some of your character art. You want to breeze through some of them? Maybe any kind of backstory to any of them? Because we're pretty much out of questions. I mean, we covered... There's some, but we already covered them. If anyone has more questions, by all means, now's the time, because we're just gonna hang out for a little longer and then move on to the rest of the grubfish.
Where is actually, honestly, the best place to find our art and stuff is on our TikTok, on our Instagram. Let me see if I can pull this up.
I think you. All right. But real quick, a Digi whitelist blend. You mentioned that it can stake. Is that what else is that used for? What is that?
Those were a really early. Those were one of the first ones, and I actually think they're not from our the proper collection. We had to change collections during our Atomic Hub whitelisting process because some of the original art was pulled from templates, so we had to basically pull everything and start again. So those things are around. I didn't actually realize there was any left up for sale. I will figure out a way to get those blended forward and get those stakeable. So
so Downtown Retail, you went to the past there and got yourself a real OG NFT.
Yeah, but don't worry. Now that it's brought back to my attention, I will have something done with it,
Okay.
and get it usable. I don't like that someone's bought something that doesn't have utility from me.
Okay, great.
So
Yeah, thanks for
we're gonna get that sorted out.
and thanks for considering that. All right, cool. So yeah, show some characters and whatnot.
Okay.
What you got there?
Actually, you can see the video that's playing in the back, on my shared screen. Will actually show you the characters.
Okay, the Dawn. Okay.
Yeah, and I think this will be the full Genesis
The
set.
cleaner. I like it. There you go. The full Genesis set. All right.
Yeah, it's going to be 5 characters for the 5 families. Oh, I don't think it has the associate. Oh, yeah, there you go. He's actually no longer called the Button Man. He'll be called the associate. So those will be the five original characters from the Genesis set.
Awesome. And those are on the main cover image there on the puzzle. They're standing in a line there.
Oh, how do I do it
cool.
this way? Hold on.
Also, some of the collab ones I kind of want to see. The Kumas or whatever.
Yeah. So what we do, I don't know if the audio will come through for this, is every day we put out
Oh no, the audio's not going through.
Oh shoot, okay.
No. I was like, no, it doesn't go through Discord. So.
Oh, that's too bad. On our TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, we put out a daily video. Right now we're putting out a series of jokes. So they're mafia humor, they're dark humor.
Okay.
And it's usually comedy by the cleaner. We've got a couple other ones lined up that haven't come out yet, where it's the chef baking absolutely bananas recipes.
Awesome. So this is on Twitter or where else?
TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and then usually for Twitter, I just push the link to one of the other ones.
Gotcha. So keep a look, and the links are on the website there. Dogefellas has the social links. So check out.
If you scroll down to the bottom,
there you go. There you go.
Be there.
Oh,
on
YouTube, no YouTube there.
On YouTube, just look up Dogefellas,
mm-hmm.
and you'll find us right away. Also on Sundays, I put out a weekly video where it's just me talking to my camera, and I give a recap of the week.
Oh, that's nice.
Some updates for what's coming. It feels a lot more like it gives me the ability to connect with the community in a human way, as opposed to just writing updates through my announcements channel. Because I do push enough stuff through there, I think.
Well, no, that's good. That's nice to see, especially write a face on there, like you're like your own face. You're a face of it. You're not hiding. You're being transparent, and you're providing updates even in video form. So that's awesome. You get some updates. But yeah, in your Discord too. So everybody, go. There's a Discord link right there in the chat. If you want to hit the Discord and to keep up with the project, of course he posts announcements in there, and all that good stuff. Interact with the community, and then before you know it, you can start playing the games too. You can start staking on the first game in a couple weeks.
It's coming soon. Yeah,
awesome.
I mean you can stake now. Staking is live.
Okay.
I'm excited and nervous and scared and stressed because it's a huge thing that we've got coming. So this is the first look at the PvP, the family PvP interface. So you can see it was Margarita was the family that I could not pull out of my brain. So what you'll do is you'll click queue, you'll have all your characters, you'll queue them up, and then each week, so I got my wax pop up. Each week, at the beginning of the week, the game will start. Every day, players will use their NFTs to perform their attack or defend actions, and you can see it will the scoreboards will show family hit points, and then how much damage and defense you performed, and it'll track damage from every different family, so you can see which family is wailing on what other family.
Awesome. So do you have to be there live with the other people to play, or can it be a turn-based?
Nope. It's
Oh,
turn-based.
no?
All you have to do is once a day, just choose your action, and the focus on the strategy and that kind of stuff will be done through our Discord. I'm gonna build.
Okay, so you can
separate
take, so
channels for
PvP
each.
can take its time. You can just you can do a turn a day if you. It just depends on when the other person takes their turn. Eh?
This one, every family member will perform their action each day,
Okay.
and
So it's one action a day then.
it's one action a day.
Oh, okay,
and
okay.
first shakedown, you're gonna have a handful of actions, and not have a cooldown timer. So I didn't want to build a game where you have to come back every hour and click, or every 5 minutes and click and click and click and click. I want people to be able to come in, do their stuff in, maybe it's 15 minutes, maybe it's 20 minutes, especially at the beginning where we're not as feature rich as we're going to be. I don't want it to be something stressful. I don't want it to be a chore. I don't want it to be a job. I want it to be something that people come and they do because they want to do it. And it's fun, and it's quick, and it's not stressful. As opposed to,
Oh yeah,
clicking.
having to come back.
No,
Well, I was comparing PvP to like battle miners, where they do have people live, so it's like you're at the same time as somebody else, and you're doing rapid back and forth actions. So that's why I mentioned that. But this isn't that. So you're here, you can take one action a day, but you are still playing against somebody else. So somebody else.
I mean, technically, you're playing against everybody else.
Or everybody else.
Because
Oh.
these will be, this won't be one person. This is
Okay.
going to be families are going to be sorted. At
It's
the beginning, maybe it'll
families.
be five players. Maybe each family is going to be 20 players or 50 players.
Oh, because you're playing with for your family.
Yeah, you're playing for your
based on
family.
the NFTs that you're using. Okay, because your
That's
NFT,
right.
your character will be in a family. So you know this up front, right? You're or not? Is the family?
Yeah. So you can see, like, this is here. You can see all the Kumas are from the Skomortsev family.
Okay,
And all
okay.
of the e-girls are from the Gorgonzola family.
So the
And
character
all of this-
NFTs, they're marked at what family they're in. So in the future, when you're playing that espionage, I guess you don't know what characters you're using, because if you don't know what family you're in, like whenever you do the night thing, the Among Us style game, how do you not know the other's family if you don't if the characters are family characters?
Because that will be a 3D world where you'll be moving around like you would in Among Us, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the way that we'll conceal everyone's identities is they will all just look the same. There will be no identifiers on them. Maybe we'll put custom skins or suits or whatever, but
you won't see that.
I don't have
Okay, that's the question. So you won't, even though you're using a character like these, you won't be seeing that during that game.
That's correct.
Gotcha.
There will be no real identifiers on them.
Okay.
So you'll have to do, but see how here where you've queued a card, you'll do something like that where usually it will be your highest rarity card because they'll have the best stats is what you're going to want to use. And then we will allocate them. We'll sort by family so that the families are balanced with the number of players.
Awesome.
So it's not like, and then so it's not like the Gorgonzola family has 50 players and everybody else has 10. And then as families win events like this one, up here you can see there's a little rank and bonus that will increase over time. So we'll have a running leaderboard on families, and you'll get a bonus. You'll get a bonus to your collects as your family wins. So certain families are going to become more desirable to be a part of.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. Like, is there certain perks to different families, or maybe different traits to different ones, so that way you're choosing a family more than just like the art or whatever? But so you're saying, but that would come in time, I guess, with like the other people that are in the family. So you're working up. Cool, I dig it. Yeah, so you're working up that family based on how many others are also doing that. And I guess at that point you can start choosing which family you want to be in, or at least go for, based on those stats that they're working up. All right.
Yeah, exactly. And we'll do some things in the background to help balance. So um families as they become less, as they lose more and more, will get they might get a bonus, like a what was it? It was Super Mario 3D for the Wii U, I think, where if you died enough times, they gave you this, like, I think it was a white Tanuki suit that was super good. So we'll do some things, and we'll actively help keep the game balanced and interesting, so that it's not like, if you're in a family and the family doesn't win, if one family's winning all the time, we're gonna do some balancing to make sure that it stays competitive, so that it's always fun. But the families that are winning are definitely they'll definitely be more desirable. So say Gorgonzolas are winning all the time. If you're holding some of those NFTs, those are probably going to go up in value because everybody's going to want to be on the winning team.
Yeah. Okay, so that's
Right.
that's what creates the value, is just how the community starts playing the game and how many people are in. All right, great, that's cool. So your token, there's no liquidity yet, so you can't buy the token. He's asking if it's on Alcor. I guess not until you have liquidity, right?
That's correct.
So the only way to get the token is to stake currently.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
And Mob will not be listed with liquidity. Only Fellas will be listed with liquidity.
Okay.
But we have an in-game exchange mechanic, so that you can do that inside. They are both EOS.io tokens, so you can send either of them to people, or back them into NFTs and stuff like that.
Okay.
And as you can see, I'm kind of scrolling down here. You can see all the different characters have 5 different rarities, and they're all accessible from the different families. And they're all going to they all have a slightly different stat array. Oh yeah, these are templates. You can't see that. And the stat arrays will be mutable. So somewhere in the future, as we can execute it, you will actually be able to level up your NFTs and add stat points to the stats that you find the most useful. So that's another way that players will be able to add value to their NFTs. And then the Genesis character NFT pool is going to be 7,500 cards. And as those get drawn and blended, that pool is going to get smaller. So we have a built-in deflationary mechanism for that. To move, each tier is going to take 3. Each tier will take 3 of the same rarity to move up. So, I mean, to move from just commons all the way up to a legendary is going to take 81 cards out of the pool. So that's going to start deflating that pool fairly quickly as people earn fellas and buy more cards and blend them up.
Awesome. Yeah, a lot of stuff going on here then. Start working on getting them characters. If you're into this, you're on the ground level, so whenever you start getting these and working on your families, you get to be the first ones to build those stats for the family. So there you go.
It literally is like the beginning.
Right on. Yeah, poor Ozzy was barking at my roommate just grabbed. I don't know why he's being barky today. All right, cool. So we learned a good bit here. Is there any last questions? Because I'm not seeing any. We've been on here for 2 hours, which is awesome. Obviously, go ahead and if you're interested in the project, go ahead and join the Discord. Follow them on Twitter, YouTube. He's going to be posting updates. And if you have some character cards by the 31st, you can start playing that game, but you can already stake now.
Yeah, right now the only characters available are the collab characters. These characters aren't going to come out until the 31st.
Okay, so the characters won't even come out till that game. But
that's correct.
So your only NFTs currently, I guess, or for the most part, is the coins and the badges? or do you have
Coins, badges, and collabs.
Oh, and
Yep.
collabs. Okay, great,
Collabs.
great. What's a collab and ones look like? Did we see that?
There was this one, the e-girl,
Oh,
and that was with Schnazzy. The Kumas.
nice. So we have a collab currently, but we didn't make a collab NFT. We just have the puzzle game.
That's correct.
Which is fine. But keep an ear out, because maybe we'll be able to start staking our NFTs, our hybrid creature cards, into Dogefellas as well. Even though we don't have a character card, that's a big deal for us. So we definitely appreciate that consideration. What do the collabs do? Stake? Yeah, you're gonna stake those.
Yep.
The collab characters, yeah. Do you use those in games too? Yeah, because they're part of the family too.
That's correct.
There you go.
So each one, each pack comes with something from the other collection as well as a card from our collection. So the cards from our collection are in-game usable, like playable characters, and the ones from the other one generally are stakeable. I don't think I have the sneaks off collection one ready yet, because we don't have this template built, but that'll get done shortly.
Nice.
And I just saw an answer from my dev. Right now you can only log in with the Wax wallet, but he said he's about 70% done with Anchor, so that integration is coming very quickly.
Okay, so it's all coming quickly. Very exciting, very exciting. In the Dogefellas world and in the Wax world, things are moving up. All these creators are doing good things, and in the next couple of years, we're going to see a lot of really awesome things. More metaverse projects, hopefully more adoption, more mainstream adoption. So that's going to be really fun and really awesome. Any integration with Hive?
I don't. What do you mean by that? If you can expand on that slightly. I've used Hive a little bit. I'm basically just doing things through Nefty blocks because they have all of the tools that I need there.
Mm-hmm.
We've got staking level 3, so we have access to the whole raft of tools that they have, which are amazing.
Oh, amazing tools, yeah.
NFT Hive is rad. I don't know how to integrate it, but one of the really nice things about using Wax as well is everybody uses the Atomic Assets APIs. So if you list something on Atomic, it automatically shows up on Nefty, it shows up on NFT Hive, it shows up on ChangeHamp.
Hive blockchain is different. It's not NFT Hive. It's a whole nother blockchain.
Is that? Oh, I see. Okay, now I understand. I didn't.
Do you know much about it? Because I know about it, but I don't know how much. Yeah, CryptoShots is on Hive. That's right. I don't know how much they do. I know they do NFTs. I know that they specialize in the blogging thing. It's like a blogging blockchain where you can earn for blogging and upvoting and stuff like that. So anything's in the air, in the future. So if you think that a project can fit on Hive or anywhere else, you can always bring it up to the creators and they can consider it and maybe even suggest how, because I'm not too familiar with Hive, but like how would you use it on Hive, things like that. And we're always considering things, so you never know. Yeah,
I mean, at the beginning, we're building on Wax because this is where we're at. I definitely would love us to be chain agnostic or multi-chain going forward. There's no reason why we shouldn't be. If
it's feasible, yeah, sure.
Yeah, especially, I mean, all the EOS.io chains, like EOS and Proton and Wax, they all work really well together. They're all the base language.
Hive blockchain also, it's different from it's a whole other blockchain from Wax, and they're not like officially partnered, but they do have a lot of similar things going on and some cross. Here you're naming a few of them. They do have some cross collections working on both of them, so it's definitely something to kind of consider in the future. But you already have so much going on and planned. I'm happy to know that you're doing it on Wax. I think as an ambassador and just as somebody that's been on it without too much other things, I think it's a great place to be for this type of stuff, like we talked about at the beginning of the stream. So that's what's up. Definitely excited for it, and we'll be keeping an eye out for that launch, the game launch with those characters. Maybe get a handle on those characters. So you say they're not even available to then? You mean the packs aren't even available till then too, right?
That's correct.
Okay.
If you want to guarantee, I mean, I don't think we're gonna crush 7,500 packs at the beginning. So you're going to be able to get drops. We're gonna have 3 different tiers: a $10, $25, and a $50. And that's going to affect the rarities that you can get. But if you want to get in now, the sneak pixelated park collab is still up. There's a handful of packs left, but not very many. There's 11 packs left.
Okay, so there's a few things there if you go and grab them quick.
There's a few things there, but the coins and the badges can get you in right now. You can get staking and earning a little bit already, and those will come with the founders badges. Will be a blend that'll get set up right away, and the founders coins will airdrop you packs. Awesome. So you can get in there.
Airdrop packs, you can't beat that. That's awesome right there. Get some packs just for holding something. All right, great. I don't really have too many other questions. We covered a good dose here. We've been on here for over 2 hours. Definitely thank you for taking the time to be here and explaining all this. And just in general, not just me, but just being more proactive and being open to doing AMAs. I think it's very important for creators if they want to grow their community and be transparent about what they're doing. This is a great way to do it. Whether it's my show or any others. I know you've been on others, so that's awesome.
Yep.
And keep on keeping that on. So whenever you bring out new things, especially in the metaverse, whenever that comes about in the next year, hopefully, definitely be looking at that again. Maybe have you on again at that point. We'll dive right into it. But aside from that, keep networking, keep doing the good work, keep onboarding people outside of crypto into it. That's one of the most important things, I think, to grow the community further with new people from what there is. And there you go. I'm going to get a sneak now, eh?
Nice. That was so fun. So, also, I host the Wax Wednesday Early Edition Twitter Space. So on Wednesdays, there's 3 Twitter Spaces. There's Brett and Kuma's hold one in the evening at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. No, 6:30 p.m. Pacific, 9:30 Eastern. The Wax Official is 3 o'clock Pacific, 6 o'clock Eastern, and the other parts of my team live overseas. Chris is from the UK. Attila lives in Cyprus. So one of the things that we kept having conversations about was lots of people can't make those evening and afternoon spaces because of the times. So we were like, well, let's just start our own. So we started a Twitter space. Schnazzy was actually my co-host for the first 10 episodes, but she's super busy with Wax.io official stuff now. So Santino, who it turns out works closely with CryptoStash, has stepped up to be my my new co-host. He's really nice. So if there's people out there that want to get involved and have a chat, it's a little bit more casual. We people come up and chat and we shoot the shit. And usually feature another project. So
there you go. That's great. So that's on your Dogefellas Twitter?
Yeah, on the Twitter account.
Good deal.
So if you're around and you want to come up, shoot me DM. It's 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern. I don't know. That's probably in the middle of your workday.
I'm a night owl. I actually end up sleeping through the morning and afternoon.
We started that space because lots of people couldn't make the other ones. So that's another way. We're always out in the community. I'm always talking to people. My DMs are open.
There you go.
We're around and involved.
Yeah. So definitely follow him on Twitter. if you're able to catch those spaces, you can learn a little something there. So that's awesome. That's awesome. With that, I think we're gonna let you go. Of course,
I actually have about 2 hours of deliveries left.
what? You gotta go back to work.
I gotta go back to work, and my
no.
wife is downtown waiting for me. I was basically bumped off the middle of my work day.
Well, sorry for holding you up for this long, then.
Oh no, hell no! I would much rather do this than my day job. This is way more fun.
Okay, well, we'll let you go finish that work, and hopefully in the coming not too distant future, 1 year, 2 years, we'll be doing this full time and just blowing it away, and Wax in general, just taking over the crypto game. That'll be great. All right. Any last words for the fam?
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. It's been so much fun. It's an absolute pleasure to get to know you and build a connection between you and myself and your community.
Sure,
Thank you.
Of course.
Thank you to the community for having me. And let's go.
Let's go. Yeah, it was great to meet you. Great to meet you, and great to learn more about it. I didn't know much about it other than a skimming through the white paper, so now I definitely know more, and I might get into it myself as well. I think I kind of want a character. So there you go. It's awesome, and we look forward to more collab staking too, whether it's us or other ones. We'll keep an eye out for that. So that's really cool that you're doing that you're open to doing that. It's awesome.
It's a way that we can sow back into the community too.
That's right. Excellent. All right. You have a great rest of your day, and don't work too hard if you got a whole bunch of deliveries to go.
I don't understand that. I only know how to work too hard.
That's right. That's what we do in the creator game. All right.
Man.
All right, man.
Thank you so much. Have a good one.
You too. Later.